as a Jake, you ain't gonna be fulfilled in this society.
In captivity.
Caught in captivity. Like that's what it is. It's captivity. That's why when you got those who's the ISUPK, I believe it was he said we supposed to build our kingdom in this kingdom. How so?
Right.
Look at what happens every time Jake try to flourish in this society. It get tore down.
You need to stop watching Game of Thrones, man.
Right.
Trying to have multiple kingdoms in one earth, man. One land.
Look at what happened in Black Wall Street. It's been countless occasions in which Jake tried to make heaven his hell.
Yep.
I mean, make hell his heaven. It's like it. And look at the aftermath of it. You destroy it. Even if you make it as yourself, as that individual, your people still messed up. You still got family.
Yep.
You know?
You know you can't. There's not a rich Jake out there that can save his whole family.
Right.
I don't talk about his people, just his whole family.
Right,
man. You Jakes that claim that you made it or you think you made it, if you did make it, you had a helping hand from the devil.
That's right.
And he gonna want his money back.
And he's gonna always want that money back. Ask DMX.
Bill Cosby.
Ask Dave Chappelle.
Yeah, ask all them guys, man.
Red Fox, Sammy Davis Jr.
Yeah. Ask Wesley Snipes.
You ain't making it.
Lauryn Hill.
All of them.
Yeah, man. So finish that.
It's back in Romans.
That's why we deny all this shit, man.
Yep.
All right? We know that we can't live in this setup.
They only spent what they earned, but the devil still wants that money back. You ain't doing what I'm telling you to do.
It's Romans 6 and 8. Now if we be dead with Yahweh Shai, we believe that we shall also live with him.
Yep.
Knowing that Yahweh Shai being raised from the dead dieth no more, death hath no more dominion over him.
And that goes with 1 Corinthians the 15th chapter. Where is thy victory, O death? The sting. Where is thy sting, O death? You know?
Because we're already, that's what everybody's mad about. That's why no Jake wants to die, because they think that this is so good. But if you really look at the reality of how bad this is, there's no sting of dying. That's why I always say that too. The phrase I like to say sometimes, you're doing us a favor if you kill us. Really, that we believe in this
die
thing.
is gain.
Yeah, it's to die as gain on this side when you're in captivity. You know, read the book of Job about it. Third chapter.
Because really, there's no, really technically you're supposed to live eternally. That's real, that's a real life. You know, living for ages, man. Well, look at our life expectancy now. Jake dropping dead at 40, 45, 50 years old.
Drop.
Yeah.
And was suffering
Jake ain't
since
living
30.
long. Yeah. Jake ain't living a long life. You know? This ain't living, man. You know?
This is punishment, you know?
Who said that?
Marvin Gaye.
Marvin Gaye.
This ain't living.
Yeah.
And he was rich at that time when he said it.
Yeah, this ain't living. Even Tupac made a song called This Ain't Living. You know? Even them niggas knew. Yeah, keep going. Go all the way down to 11.
This Romans 6 and 10. For in that he died. He died unto sin once. But in that he liveth. He liveth unto Yahweh. Likewise,
what runs to the second death, right? But that's the big major death. But the first opportunity for death in this time now is to die in Yahweh Shai in righteousness. You know, if you die now in Yahweh Shai, you don't have to taste that major physical death later. But you already taken it spiritually.
And how are you dead in Yahweh Shai to the world? It's basically by denouncing the world.
That's right.
You know, acknowledging that you don't have a life here. You know, now you just serve the Lord. You don't serve mammon. You know, physically in the flesh, yeah, you work to get, you know, to maintain yourself, to get food, clothes, you know, to drink,
Sustain yourself.
to sustain yourself, man.
Daily bread.
Your daily bread. but really, you're dead to this society, man.
Just talking about on the way over here, right? Just go to work, go home.
Go to work, go home.
Go to work.
You don't even talk to
Go
niggas
home.
on the job unless they come to you asking questions or some shit.
I did it for 19 straight.
You know?
To work.
You don't go out to clubs no more. You don't party with niggas.
I'm
You
not
ain't eating at your family's Thanksgiving dinner or Easter Sunday dinner.
That's what's up.
You're not involved in none of that shit. All the worldly activity, you just don't see yourself partaking anymore. It's just you with the Akim.
It
And you-
becomes a burden on you
Yeah.
to be around
You know what?
people
And
that's
it,
not in the spirit.
Yeah.
and it feels good not to do it.
Yep. Feel freer.
Hey, when you're dead, people can see it, man, and they complain about that shit, especially people that
Who
knew
knew
you.
you before, right?
Yeah.
When they see that you actually
Why
got
you let
resurrected, they
someone
like,
happen,
man,
son?
fuck, man, what
Then
happened
they
to
don't
you?
do none of that no more.
It seems like the old, like, what happened to you? You know?
You know, I gotta get one of my favorites.
They give Peter 4.
Yep, that's what I'm doing. I gotta get one of my favorites.
That's part of being dead, man, to this world. You gotta deal with that shit.
I still got Matthew 16 also.
Yeah,
Read up to 11.
Yeah, read to 11.
It's 11. Likewise, reckon ye also yourselves to be dead indeed unto sin, but alive unto Yahweh Shai. It's like alive unto Yahweh through Yahweh Shai, our Lord.
That's it. All right?
Done.
And if you do that, you ain't gonna fulfill the flesh. You know? Yeah, you can get that in Peter.
Peter right now, right? Because I think it starts up in the 3rd chapter, right? So
The
we'll
last few verses
Yeah,
of
last
3.
verse 3. You
Get
get
it?
it?
Get it?
Okay. 1 Peter chapter 3, verse 18. It says, for Yahweh Shai also had once suffered for sins, the just for the unjust, that he might bring us to the Most High,
Yep.
being put to death in the flesh, but quickened by the Spirit.
Yep.
That's why we don't live in the flesh, we live in the Spirit.
Yep.
Because that's where the resurrection happens more sincerely, I guess you could say.
Basically by being born again.
Yep. In the Spirit.
Yeah.
Because the flesh can't go back into the womb.
Yeah. It's talking about being renewed in the spirit. You know? Putting on that new man. You're a new creature in Yahweh Shai. You know?
Verse 19 says, by which also he went and preached unto the spirits in prison, which sometime were disobedient, and once the long suffering of the Most High waited in the days of Noah, while the ark was preparing, wherein few, that is, 8 souls, were saved by water.
Yeah,
Huh.
and right now there's a spirit. The spiritual ark is being built.
Said, by water.
You know?
Yeah. Kind, and that's dang. You can take it to. We were saved by water, you know, just like what you were saying.
We
bro.
represent those 8 souls.
Kind.
Yeah, that was saved.
The
you know?
water is now in us, you know.
Yeah.
Which is His word that cleansed us.
Yep.
Baptized with this water, this word. Verse 21 it says, the like figure whereunto even baptism do also now save us. You saying right? Save, right? Not the putting away of the filth of the flesh, but the answer of a good conscience toward the Most High. It says, verse 21, the like figure whereunto even baptism do also now save us, not the putting away of the filth of the flesh, but the answer of a good conscience toward the Most High. Because it's not the law that saves you no more, it's of faith.
Faith.
But you still got to show your faith by your works. Right? It says, by the resurrection of Yahweh
Because we
Shai
still
Mashiach.
sin in the flesh.
Right. Things we still can't control.
Things that we can't control because we're in the flesh. But mentally and spiritually, we keep our members under subjection to basically submit to Yahweh Shai. Yahweh
Right.
Hashem Yahweh Shai, man. You know?
Verse 22.
You still serve him in spirit even though you may go off in the flesh. Like Apostle Paul is a prime example of that, man. to do good. You know, Romans the 7th chapter. You know, where he says to do good. Get it, real quick.
To do good.
Just go to Romans 7 real quick.
Yeah, what I would do, I do not. What I would not is what that I do.
It is not me the sin
That sin that dwelleth in me. You know, because a lot of people they think that the men of the Lord are supposed to be levitating. They're supposed to walk just as perfect as Yahweh Shai did. You know, who did no sin in the flesh. No, man, it was appointed for Yahweh Shai to do what he did, man. You can't do what he did.
No.
All right.
It's wrong.
Look, there's no way you could do it because first of all, you was born in sin.
He was conceived in sin.
Yeah, conceived in sin, and
Yeah.
your first piece of solid food might have been ham. You
Hey,
done-
shit, your mother feed you abominations while you was in the belly.
So you done.
Yeah.
You can't do what he did.
Yeah.
Then
You've been defiled.
the powder, the milk powder, you don't know what's really in that.
You know some of that.
Yeah, man.
This is for Romans 7 and 13. Was then that which is good made death unto me? Yahweh forbid. But sin, that it might appear sin, working death in me by that which is good,
Yep.
that sin by the commandment might become exceeding sinful. For we know that the law is spiritual, but I am carnal, sold under sin. For that which I do, I allow not. For what I would, for what I would.
This is why we struggling to get it because the way it's written.
And spiritual though is what he's quoting right now. We experience that every day. Right now, for instance, you got some naked hoes right here.
Literally.
We're in the spirit, you know, we teaching the word, but as a man in the flesh, you gonna look because it's accessible. It's right there in your face. You know what I'm saying? Here it is. You trying to teach the word, and then you got bitches walking around with they ass cheeks
And
and
titties out.
This society is created for you to go off.
I was just gonna
You can't escape it, man.
I was gonna say earlier, I just held it, but think about it.
We serving the Lord right now, but our flesh got us. You know,
Looking.
we gonna look.
Because we men.
You know,
We men.
because
we
we
in the
live in the
flesh.
flesh.
I got a question. How many wet dreams did you have before you had sex?
Ooh-wee.
You know what I'm saying? Now, but since we don't seem to get enough with the one woman thing tying it all in, you still settle to possibly have those.
You don't want to look at these women like that, but you
Right.
do.
You desire more women because you feel like you're being starved out and rationing.
Yeah,
You
Ration.
want to eat.
yeah.
You know?
You know. But we,
And it's
you
not
know, our
just about
mind is
sex. It's just about the woman experience.
right.
Yeah.
But it's, I mean, at the end of the day, man, our flesh is gonna do what it's due, but our spirit is still
Yep.
to serve Yahweh Shem Yahweh
Try my
Shai.
best to turn my back on that, man.
Hey,
Try my best.
it happens, man.
Yeah.
It happens to all of us, man.
They probably
We
got
ain't
men.
perfect.
They probably both got me.
Yeah,
And that's not the only two out there.
yeah.
The two that walk by in the light blue. That ass wiggling like a
So that black chick that always walk by.
right here. Right down there in the light blue.
Yeah,
Body banging.
yeah,
You know? She naked as hell out here, man.
yeah.
So with that, Charlie,
But we still, hey, we being spiritual just by acknowledging that, man.
right.
It's 15.
But we're gonna show you that we're real men and we still gotta deal with this. But you still have to let mortify your members, which might get that, by letting your
Mortifying
the
your
spirit go
members is
forward.
basically keeping yourself under
Subjection.
subjection.
Yeah.
Basically having what you would call
Self-control.
temperance, self-control, man. Temperance,
Like
man. In the world, a nigga, you know, he can't contain himself. He gonna be all over that, you know.
Right. Well, the elders live stream, I believe it was a dude that came up here. He said he was starting to read it and listen to the brothers more. He was like, it's just certain things that it feel like everything I'm doing is wrong. He was like, for example, like you're preaching the word right now, but I can't stop looking at that ass.
Yeah, he did say that. I did
Yeah,
hear
I
him
remember.
say that. He did say that. And that's the truth.
God,
That's the truth, man. That's how fucked up this world is, man.
You feel fucked up because you know these women, but you
These
can't
women,
tell.
yeah. But these women, that show you that Satan is on these women. You know? Satan,
attached to this.
Satan gets to you
satanic
through her.
Vibration of this world.
He tries to get you to fall off through her, man, every single day.
Many a great men have fallen. I didn't read it, did I? Many a men have gone out of the wits for women and sinned for their sakes.
Yes.
Made themselves servants for their sakes.
Yeah, you're right.
That was the next verse.
Yeah, read that again.
This is Romans 7:15. For that which I do, I allow not. For what I would, that do I not.
Yep.
But what I hate, that I do.
Man. Yeah.
That do I. So
That I hate, I do.
That which I hate, I do.
That's cold, man.
That's
cold,
for real.
man.
That's for real, man. You know, it's real.
But the difference between us and the rest of you niggas out there, we have a conscience about it.
Right. Says a righteous man falls 7 times, bro.
Yeah, we don't make excuse for it.
You know what, too, bro? We had conscience before we came in. We just didn't acknowledge it.
Right. Right.
That's why the Lord was like, chose us to do this job, man.
And now that we acknowledge our offenses and ask for forgiveness or repent from it, if we
We
can,
know what we doing
we
now.
have a chance now.
Yeah,
Yeah. We know how to get out of that situation.
that's it.
Yeah.
Says, if then I do that which I would not, I consent unto the law that it is good. Now then it is no more I that do it, but sin that dwelleth in me.
Yep. Yeah, because my spirit is willing, but my flesh is weak. I want to do the right thing. My body just want to left me. My mind telling me no. You know? To tell the R. Kelly joke, man. That's what it is.
Yeah, but you ain't gonna, just because a chick look good, that don't mean that you're gonna go and commit adultery.
No, heck no.
You still know better. You know better. No, I'm
gonna
subject
check
to the
things
spirit.
out.
The spirit of the Lord checks you. You're like, no, that's another man's woman.
Yeah.
Let me fall back.
Yep.
You know, that's being in the spirit, even though your flesh is trying to yield you to death.
You gotta be winning battles on your flesh instead.
Every day.
You ain't gotta win them all. You gonna no. I said this way. You gotta try to win them all. You gonna lose some, but you gotta be trying to win them all on the flesh. And by the way you win them all is by acknowledging when you about to lose one, or that there's a battle coming between your flesh and your spirit. I got a couple of them. I'm still back in Peter's. Yeah, no. You get some?
Yeah, I was looking for some, but you can get that.
Okay, come. Peter's 3 and 22. It says, who is gone into heaven and is on the right hand of the Most High, angels and authorities and powers being made subject unto him. Verse 4 and 1. In chapter 4, verse 1, it says, for as much then as Yahushua has suffered for us in the flesh, arm yourselves likewise with the same mind. For he that has suffered in the flesh has ceased from sin. And this is just me thinking this in my own mind. But you think with the fame and acclaim he had of all the miracles and people and giving out these great speeches that women weren't throwing themselves at him? You think that didn't go on?
Oh, yeah.
You think he wasn't tempted with women? Yeah, right.
Well, the devil took
And
him to the mountain.
he said he was, I was about to say, he said he was tempted with every man, every temptation that man had on the earth.
He's a man.
He tempted with the same thing that every man had to be tempted with. But he passed that test. He aced that test. You know?
A+.
Yeah, back in it says, for he that hath suffered in the flesh has ceased from sin. For he no longer should live the rest of his time in the flesh to the lust of men, but to the will of the Most High. That's what we do now. You know, we live through the Spirit for the Most High through Yahushua versus living the flesh for the devil. That's pretty much what you're doing.
Did you read in Romans 7 the 25th verse? Get that.
Romans.
This is it in a nutshell, man. That's what I was looking for.
Romans 7 and 25. God.
7 and 25.
Romans 7 and 25. I thank Yahweh through Yahushua our Lord.
You might as well read down, bro. Could I even do that? 20 to 23 to 25? Because it goes quick.
Romans 7 and 23. But I see another law in my members, warring against the law of my mind,
That's your spirit versus your flesh. Go ahead.
and bringing me into captivity to the law of sin which
Those
is
are
in my
those chains
members.
of darkness. You know, that's why they're called chains of darkness, because you are in captivity under your flesh. Your spirit is literally in captivity under your flesh. And you can only do certain things within your flesh. Like I want to fly away I want to be hovering over the ground right now so my feet don't hurt. Just enough to be off the ground.
Take that.
Somebody take the pressure off my knees and
Con.
but I can't do that. I'm subject to being through gravity onto this ground because of this black ass
It
flesh.
don't give.
You know, right. Go ahead, bro.
It says, but I see another law in my members warring against the law of my mind, and bringing me into captivity to the law of sin which is in my members. O wretched man that I am,
Yep.
Oh, troubled man. Wretched means trouble, man. You know, you're troubled in your flesh. You know, you're given to all type of afflictions, man. You know, so your body gets certain urges, but it's like, you know, you try to keep yourself, you know, sacred, man. You try to hold yourself, you know. It's easier said than done, man.
Right.
Spirit is with me.
But you gotta take the L's though.
Yeah,
Hey, you gotta fight. You gotta keep fighting and taking the L's, man.
yeah.
It's all right.
O wretched man that I am, who shall deliver me from the body of this death? I thank Yahweh through Yahweh Shai our Lord.
And that's what he said, right? Who said that's the part I think I wanted? Who shall deliver me from the body of this death? Because we're in the grave. These bodies are like the grave, man.
Chains of darkness.
These are literally chains of darkness that only lead you to death in this body. But with the glorified bodies, through the spirit that we'll get, we live forever, you know, through the ages, so to speak. Go ahead, bro.
I thank Yahweh through Yahweh Shai our Lord. So then with the mind I myself serve the law of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, but with the flesh the law of sin.
Read that again.
I thank Yahweh through Yahweh Shai our Lord. So then with the mind I myself serve the law of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, but with the flesh the law of sin.
So with your flesh you're sinning, but with the spirit of your mind, you're serving Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai. And that's why Yahweh Shai himself, he even knew that. That's why he says, watch and pray that you, when you enter into a temptation, for the spirit is willing, but the flesh is weak.
I gotta read up.
You know? Matter of fact, I'll read it. Matthew 26:41. Watch and pray that you enter not into temptation. The spirit indeed is willing, but the flesh is weak.
Right? We said at the beginning.
Yeah.
To guard yourself from the temptations before you even get into it. Put that block up so you don't deal with it. So you don't have people go
So
through
not
that.
against flesh and blood, but all principalities. And we got to put on that
Whole body armor.
put on that armor, man.
Spiritual body armor.
Put on that
You
helmet.
can't say body
helmet
armor.
of-
People put that the under armor or whatever.
The armor of man.
Yeah.
The breastplate of righteousness.
Shield of faith.
Helmet of salvation.
Yep.
Yeah,
These sides was but I gotta read back up to tie in what you just read, what he just read. 1 Peter 3:21. The like figure unto the like figure whereunto even baptism do now save us, not the putting away of the filth of the flesh, because we can't put away the filth of this flesh.
We gotta wait for Yahweh Shai to do that. Yeah.
Right. But the answer of a good conscience is in your spirit, right?
Yes.
Your mind.
Toward the Most High.
And then we'll go over
Yahweh Ba'ashem
Let's link to
Yahweh.
that Romans 7:25, man.
Right. So, by the resurrection of Yahweh Shai Mashiach. And I'm going to jump back down before. It says, for as much then as Yahweh Shai has suffered for us in the flesh, arm yourselves likewise with the same mind, the same conscience and goodwill, same spirit, right? It says, for he that has suffered in the flesh has ceased from sin.
That meaning you afflict yourself. You restrain yourself from them desires, man. And when you do that, you afflict yourself.
I'm gonna be real.
You got, hey, eunuchs They keep themselves pure to the Lord, but they gotta suffer blue balls and shit, man.
Right. Wet dreams and blue balls, right?
Yeah. They can't wait to open up some legs, man. But they gotta wait. You know?
But they spiritually gonna wait to the kingdom, man.
Yeah.
You know? And that's what I was just about to say.
Hey, when you fast, that's you're afflicting yourself because your body immediately craves food.
Man, you never want so much food. When you go on a fast, you never want food so much in your life.
Hell yeah.
Day of Atonement's coming up, right?
Yep.
We're gonna do the fast for that, right? Watch how much you want. You don't need to go to the kitchen. What you in the kitchen for? You don't need to be here today.
Out of them.
You ain't thirsty.
You ain't thirsty. You ain't hungry.
I'll buy your way in.
Sometimes you gotta catch yourself.
You just naturally just going to the refrigerator and open. Just
Look
I
at it.
can't do nothing in there.
Yeah, why am I in
Why am I even in this room?
And then Satan will fuck with you so much, like just like how he try to tempt the Lord, he'll tempt us.
Yeah.
Even in our dreams, he'll tempt us, man.
You find that one more jelly bean in your room.
Remember when brothers had dreams that they was
Yeah,
eating
everybody
pancakes?
dreamed
All
every
type
day.
of shit on the feast.
Everybody.
Deb Atonement? Yeah, Deb Atonement, yeah.
It's all eat.
Had cheesecake, all type of shit, you know? That's because that's your flesh.
During the week of unleavened bread, right? If you're dreaming that you're eating bread and cakes and just tripping, man.
I couldn't tell you how many times I done had wet dreams on a Sabbath, man.
Right.
And I don't try to control that. I don't go to sleep thinking about that. But hey, it happens.
Yeah.
You know?
Wake up, be like, oh, man.
and basically, technically, you might not have done what you did in the flesh, but you did it in your dream. When you wake up, you unclean on the Sabbath.
Yeah.
You basically just sinned. You know?
But see, the Most High puts that so you understand it.
Yeah. You know? So go back to that, bro, and Peter.
Peter 4 and...
Jake always appreciate what we
Keep
do.
going. And go back.
Using 3? First Peter 3? What was you in First Peter 4?
4.
All right, go
Read the
ahead.
first verse already. Read it again. Now, 1 Peter 4:1. For as much then as Yahweh Shai hath suffered for us in the flesh, arm yourselves likewise with the same mind. For he that hath sinned, so like he has suffered in the flesh, has ceased from sin.
Yep. Cease from sin. You
Reading
know,
on, it says,
you get away from all that shit. The weed, smoke. You used to have that habit.
stop having
Put
lust
that
for
shit
those
off.
wicked things.
Yeah.
You know what? I don't want no bacon stinks. Shellfish stinks. I don't want to fuck every bitch because I see how nasty that they really are. Who knows what she was just doing?
You can look at them and say, oh, she stank. I can